The euro dollar gave us a reversal signal during the European session, but there is still a lot of bullish momentum to support the pair. The same can be said for the pound dollar. Against the Japanese yen, both the euro and pound have been ranging. Finally, comparing the euro to the pound, it appears that the euro pound may have found a double top, suggesting at least a short-term reversal. This video is being produced at about 12 p.m. Eastern during the US trading session. You're watching today's video technical update presented by FX Times. It is Tuesday, July 20th, 2010. I'm Fan Yang, your technical analyst, and I'll go over some developments in the Forex markets. Here's the euro dollar chart, 4-hour time frame, and we saw here a test of 130, another test here that actually broke above 130, but this was a clear out action which resulted in a strong decline here. Now this decline broke below the previous lows, so there was some clear support here, and the market broke below that only to again come back into this consolidation. So here we have a possible breakout and a pullback, but as we saw here, this was a clear out, so this could just as well be a clear out, especially when the market is rallying like this. But we do know there's heavy resistance above 1.30, so this could be a legitimate start of a reversal. Now looking into the 1-hour time frame, we see this strong decline here in the European session ahead of the start of the US session, and as soon as the US session started, we have a little rally here. What we should be monitoring is whether or not, well, first of all, I want to note that the RSI here broke below 40, but now has returned again into the zone. So what we want to monitor is this rally here. If it's a weak one, and if it stays below the 1.2950 area, or even below this 50 moving average, then we have confirmation of the bearish outlook. Otherwise, we continue to be in sideways action, and until we can clearly break above or below, I prefer below because there's heavy resistance above. So if it breaks below, we could set up some targets. For example, in the 4-hour time frame, we see here this rally. Even if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, we could have a target of 1.25. Okay, another target is your 1.27 level right up here. So those are the two targets. If you look at it from a Fibonacci retracement, this here is 50%. This here is probably somewhere around 23.6%. But if you use this swing here, you see here is 38.2% retracement of this swing. So this is 1.27 is your first target if the market indeed tops off and reverses. And the more aggressive target is your 1.25, and if that breaks, then we could look at 1.18 and 1.19 area as the next target. So much like the euro dollar, the pound dollar has also been declining from a resistance of 1.55 up here. Okay, now the market doesn't look like it's an impulse wave, so this looks like it could be just a correction. And as the market tested the 61.8%, we saw a very strong rejection, a strong rally here. So that's another caution for the bearish outlook. So there's a lot of momentum supporting this pair, and we see that in the RSI as this tested 40 and jumped up. Okay, so far, this attempt has pretty much almost equaled this attempt, so there is a reversal implication. I want to see what happens in the next 4 hours. See if the market can break below the 61.8% retracement of this swing. Here's a 1-hour time frame. We see that we're pretty much testing this declining channel resistance. So I'm going to be monitoring this pair to see if we have continuation. If the market breaks above this clearly also here the 60, if the market breaks above 60, then we're likely to test 1.55 and maybe even go further. But if the market is able to decline below the 1.5160 level, then we may have a true reversal. Here's a look at the pound yen pair. So this was the sort of the count we had: 1, 2, 3, and then 4 may have been a A, B, C here, and then a fifth wave down here. Now we may be in an ABC correction back up to around this area here. So around back up to around this area. Okay, so if we use this, that would be around the 61.8% retracement. So this pair, now looking at the 4-hour time frame, actually let's look at the daily time frame. We see that pretty much this pair has been in ranging action with slightly congestion. Okay, and this could have been A, B, C, D, E, so it could have been a completed correction. And if the market can cleanly break below this consolidation, we may have another swing lower. But of course, first target should be this previous low here at 127 if the market breaks below this consolidation or congestion support. Okay, and only if this breaks should we consider that this projection. Jumping to the euro yen, we also see the market in consolidation. Here we have pretty much sideways action as we test this 50 moving average. Market seems to be above it now. So this is the daily time frame, and we don't have any strong moves in either direction at the moment. We do note that we could be developing a negative reversal. You see the RSI getting higher, but the price level not really getting higher. So we may have another attempt lower towards this area around 108 area. Okay, so ranging, and we're testing resistance basically. 1 hour time frame, this whole so during this resistance area in the 1 hour time frame we have another range. So we may want to set up the range support and resistance levels to anticipate a breakout. Okay. Alright, so that's it for the euro yen. Confined within ranging action, just like pound yen, and we should wait until a breakout. Here's a look at the euro pound pair in the 1 hour time frame. We see double top action from earlier today, and actually our target from earlier today was right here around the 50% area. So 0.8430 area was our target. You see this could have been a 1, 2, 3 wave, and then a retracement should go towards the somewhere in this third wave. So the 50% retracement area is one logical support area here, 0.8430, and if that breaks, we may see, now let's switch to the daily, we may see a more significant correction to this entire swing towards the 0.83 area, the 50% area here. Okay, now we see here before today's reversal signal, we had a projection as such towards the 0.87 area for this retracement. Okay, but for now we may have some short-term pullback, throwback back towards 0.8430 and perhaps even lower to 0.83. Okay, that wraps it up for today. Check out fxtimes.com for more analysis updates and educational live events. Once again, I'm Fan Yang, your technical analyst here at FX Times, wishing you good trading.